The Dow comes crashing down 264 points. My name's Des here at Grok Trade. Today is Thursday, September 25th, 2014, and the markets had a very bearish day today. All major indices in bearish territory. S&P down 1.62%, Dow down 1.5%, Nasdaq down almost 2%, Russell's down 1.6%, banks off 1.4%, VIX spiking higher by nearly 18%. Huge fear flooding the markets. We're at 15.6 on the fear gauge. Gold in positive territory, silver slips almost a full percent in negative territory. And we look here at the trend, closing at a very bearish number at 2.55. That's very bearish for the close. And transportation off by 1.4%, utility sector down 0.7%. And here we are. Now, when we talked about this a few days ago, I want to walk you through this. Rising wedge, we said very bearish, watch out for this. When we hit this area, when we broke through, you remember this video, we broke through and we came back down, closing here. I said this is thunder in the distance. This is a area for this to drop, and if it does drop, look for a big red chunky candlestick. And if it breaks this trend line, watch out below. So this could be the beginning of a major correction in the markets. The very next trading day was Monday. Boom, to the downside. We come down here close. We drop again Tuesday, Wednesday. Yesterday we pop. People buying that weakness, but we stall out at the 20-day moving average. I thought today we'd pop up a little bit and challenge that trend line before it dropped, but instead people said no way. We're under the 2,000 mark, and we are now below the 20-day moving average. I'm selling into that. Boom! This thing comes crashing down, clearing out the 20-day moving average and the 50-day moving average, and closing at the day's low. That is a huge drop. And this is where we have on the Dow a 264 point drop. Now, let this be a wake-up call, guys. This is where the markets will get very, very choppy. You will see these big 100, 200, 300, 400 point moves up and down. And usually when you start to see these 200 and 300 point moves like we're seeing today in the markets, usually that is a precursor to a major correction happening in the markets. What you will see at these points are major money shifts. You'll see big volume creep into these big moves during the day, and then finally the markets will relax and you will see it drift southbound. So be ready for a lot of turbulence. If I look here at the Dow, you'll see that the Dow dropped. We are not below the 50-day moving average yet, but we did go below the 20-day. If you look here on the Nasdaq, this is very damning far as technicals are concerned. And let me explain why. It's because of this major trend line that we broke. So draw this trend line with me. Go back, draw a trend line. This is May at 2014. Right here, we'll put you at May 2014. Here, we'll put you at August 2014. Here is where we broke down through it. So it broke a trend line. It broke the 50-day moving average. We are in big time trouble here. And we were seeing this back during this triangle. We said the triangle, and then it broke down below that trend line, and then boom, it just broke down. Not good at all. Small caps, it had a problem on 2 days ago where we dropped down, but there's a big trend line right here. We broke this. We rallied back, trying to hit our head, trying to get back above it. Yesterday, we failed to do it, and then we come crashing down on small caps. Big time breakdown on the banks. We do have some support coming in really, really soon on banks, but we're below all major moving averages on banks. on the weekly chart is the problem. The weekly chart, we're down below a major trend line. So I think that we're going to go bullish soon. I think that there are going to be buyers come into this weakness, and we're going to come back before week's end here. And tomorrow should be bullish. I'm expecting that. So today I took off my hedge that I had, and I am long the markets going into today's close, looking for a bounce. So we'll see if that happens. And on major stocks, what Apple is down almost 4% today. Ouch. Let me look at the daily chart. Oh, but Apple's at a support line. Be looking for a bounce off of Apple. Apple could bounce here. If not, it's in a huge amount of trouble if it breaks that. Everybody was down so much. Google was down more than 2%, but we do have some support coming. What else? My GoPro was up almost 4%. I mean, that thing's on fire. Now, it is very extended. I took a lot of profits off. I'm still holding some GoPro, but I took off a lion's share position of my holdings on GoPro. LinkedIn was down 2.6%. Low base. Watch for more downside. And Twitter is down 2.85%. I am holding that. I did lighten up the load on it, but it's still not breaking down. It's still above the 20-day moving average. So overall, the market's in dire trouble. The S&P 500 is dropping, just big time. We have the weekend edition coming up tomorrow. You will not want to miss that. That's going to be a big video. It's going to give you a lot of education. Share this video, like the video. Do that. The more people that like it, the more people that will see it, because it's positioned higher. Furthermore, if you have comments or you're seeing something in the market, I want to know what it is that you're seeing. Bring your discussion to the comments below. Take care, guys.